The period 1947 to 1991 was known as the Cold War. The Cold War was between two global superpowers, Russia, known back then as the USSR, and the USA. It all started after Berlin got divided after Germany lost World War II. The city got split between the USSR and the Allies. The two countries had two very different angles on how you should rule over a country. The USSR had communism, and the USA had capitalism. What ensued after the city got split up can only be described as two girls that really, really hate each other. That's also why it was called the Cold War, because there was never actually any real fighting. Instead, there were tons of proxy wars, which means the two superpowers supported different sides in wars that wasn't even theirs to begin with. Now, when I say many proxy wars, I mean many. Actually, here's a list of all proxy wars during the Cold War. Examples of some of these wars were the Korean War and the Vietnam War. Now, you might think there didn't come anything good from this, but there actually did, the space race. Even though, if you think about it, it was basically just there for the two countries to flex on each other like rappers do in 2019. Now also, during this time period, the two countries were stockpiling tons of nuclear bombs. And this marks the start of a new kind of defense, mutually assured destruction. You kill me, I kill you. The closest we ever came to launching the nukes was during the Cuba Crisis in 1962. The Cuba Crisis lasted 13 days, and it all started with the US setting up nuclear missiles in Turkey and Italy. Afterwards, the Soviet Union responded by setting up nuclear missiles in Cuba, which could reach DC, threatening the USA. It should be mentioned that the doomsday clock was at 150 seconds to midnight during this period. And still, while tensions were high, the then current president of the USA, John F. Kennedy, was killed in Dallas, Texas. The killer, Lee Oswald, had some communist leaning that may have led him to kill JFK, or just maybe he was hired by the USSR. Now, the Cold War came to an end in 1991 when the USSR dissolved, but you can argue that it's still going on to this day.